everybody. It's another Wednesday. I'm so excited to be back with y'all again for another episode of Raw Goodness, where we talk about all things like real and uncut. And let me unplug so y'all can be straight. But we are back with another episode. Yes, tomorrow is Thanksgiving, and yes, we are still here. Y'all know with me doing this thing solo dolo, right? Like it could be giving anything, anytime, okay? Anything at any time. So, per usual, when y'all come in here, our ground rules, make sure you speak, say hello, so we can address you properly. Make sure you take your shoes off, kick back, have a seat. But before you do that, if you didn't bring a friend, go get one. Go get a friend and come back. It's really, really easy to share the podcast out. And I thought I was gonna pull that real quick. Um, so being on YouTube is this is our second episode on YouTube, y'all. So you're gonna have to bear with any a little bit of delays if there are any while I pull up some things. Typically on TikTok, I'm already on our page and we're ready to go. But here we are, live and in living color here. Then hit that share button down at the bottom and do whatever you need to. You can take the link, you can send it in messages. Um, you can put it on your Facebook page, which I'm going to be doing all of that while Joker over here is introducing himself. So Joker, you're going to tell
Yes,
us
ma'am.
what you know good. Tell us where you're from, how old you are, what your favorite ice cream is. I mean, what do you do for fun? What's your background? Like, what's your job? Different things. Whatever you want to, you can share as much or as little as you like. And I'm gonna go ahead and share this out.
Okay. First, well, my nickname is Joker. That comes from the bike club. Jesse's actually my name. Um, I'm 30. I'm a truck driver. I've been driving for 11, going on 12 years. I have four daughters. In my free time, either I ride my bike. Sometimes I play football. Spend time with the kids. Spend time with the family. I work on cars, trucks, bikes. I pretty much just do a little bit of any and everything. Just depends on the day.
Who the hell told you to have four daughters? When did you get them?
Man, well, my first three was from 19 to 21. My last one was from 28. So, oh man, look, they're spoiled, but I love them.
Mm-hmm. What's your favorite thing about having all girls?
That they changed me into a better person. They made me calm down a lot and
Mm-hmm.
really start thinking about a lot of life decisions and putting things into perspective. Be like, you know what, I can't leave them out here by themselves because they need a father to make sure you protect them, teach them stuff, and hey, other than that, it's great. It's not too bad.
What you mean calmed you down? Like you was out here wilding?
Oh yeah, I used to have bad anger problems,
Oh.
and just dealing with, I'm gonna say, childhood trauma. I
Mm-hmm.
was the most level-headed person, or I wouldn't think it's clearly. I just react. But now since having them, I can't just react because I have to think about consequences.
Yeah, that's what's up. If you could say your favorite thing, you don't have to give their names because we on the internet or whatever. But you can say your favorite thing about each of them.
My
Oldest
oldest
to
daughter,
youngest.
the easiest thing with her, she's a, I'm gonna say, I think the correct word is empath. Like I don't,
Mm-hmm.
I can put on the mask all day, but when it comes to it, she knows when something's wrong. She just come up, she just hug me, give me a kiss, tell me she loves me. She'd be like, "Are you okay?" And no matter how many times I say yeah, she can tell when I'm not fully there.
Mm-hmm.
My second daughter, she, all of them basically have my face, but the second one, she, I'm gonna really say she has my goofy side.
Hmm.
No matter the situation, she's gonna try to make you laugh. She's gonna make fun of anything. Like it's never a dull moment. You can't just be sad around her because it's not gonna happen. Then my third one, she's lovable. Randomly, she just come by me. She want to come around me. Then
Hmm.
she'll just be like, "What you doing, Dad? Give me a kiss." And she'll just sit there. Whatever I'm doing, she'll just sit there. And my youngest, she's only 2, but every day when I come home from work, I have no choice but to see her. But to she be like, all you hear, Dad, Dad, Dad. She just run through the house. If I'm at by the time I get out the car and I'm at the back door, she's sitting there waiting on me. You know,
Hmm.
no matter how bad the day was or how rough it is, my youngest make sure she's gonna do something. She got to get my attention when I walk in, just for me to forget whatever the day has transpired.
I love that. Do you want any more?
No,
You sure you did?
I don't.
You don't want a boy?
I
A lot of men want boys, to carry on the legacy.
I did, but it's to the point where I really don't. It's I have enough. They're spoiled. But I also have a stepson. He'll be 8 this year, so he's 7 right now.
Uh
And I've
huh.
been in his life since he was like 6 months old. So technically, I have a son.
Okay, we can work with that. We can
Yeah.
work with that. So you can feel. Is it important for you to feel like you influence men younger than you?
Um. In certain aspects, I'm gonna say yes. If I can try to stop people younger than me from making some of the same mistakes or having to go through some of the things I went through, I
Mhm.
would try to be like, hey, talk to them or give them advice. If they take it, that's on them. But
Mhm.
overall, I definitely try to talk to them and help them out.
What's up? That's what's up. I have no kids. Um, I have my dog and my cat, and that's probably all I'm gonna have. That's probably it. Why'd you choose? So if y'all just coming in or whatever, or when y'all come in, we just kicking it. We just talking. We're just gonna see where the conversation goes. If you got, I have some wine. If you have your wine, make sure you go get your wine. We got sparkling water. So we making it do what it do, boo. So, um, in terms of truck driving, how long have you been a truck driver?
11 years.
Damn. You
Yeah.
knew that's what you wanted to do, or you just ended up there?
Um, I grew up around truck drivers, but when I found out I was having my first daughter,
Hmm.
I was working part time as a mechanic at the bowling alley. I'm like, yeah, I need to have some stability and actually have a career so I can make sure I'm able to provide. So I I originally wasn't doing it. I was looking at other stuff, but God just kept giving me signs to go to truck driving. But I'm like, I don't really want to. I was
Hmm.
18. I'm like, don't really want to. But a week before my 19th birthday, I decided to enroll in school. I started school, and from there, it was really history. I,
I think I think we have to follow those signs. I don't know why in college I didn't change my major to um education. But I was a teacher before I was a teacher. I've been working with kids since I was a kid. So um I don't know why that wasn't. I've always wanted to work with kids, but I thought I wanted to be a psychologist until I got into the classes, the psych classes, and saw like, damn, this a lot of reading. Like this is a lot. This
yeah,
is a lot of reading. And I don't prefer that type of reading. Um I just wanted to do the active hands-on things with my clients, the things I do with people every day.
Yeah,
Wanted to do some art therapy, some music therapy, stuff like that. But I ended up working with kids up until um, June of last year. When I kind of said I had enough because the education system is ass, especially if you don't have a degree in education. It's hard to excel. It's the pay is trash, and I spent my evenings just really diving into all the fucking work of my students and doing lesson plans and really spending all my time there. And it just was not giving.
oh
I
yeah,
couldn't do it.
I believe you. I know someone. He had a degree. He was a teacher, and he was like, "Man, I got." I think at the time it was like 15 years, and he just got a raise, and he was at like 50,000. He was like, "For everything we do, it's not worth it." Which
It's
I believe
not. You ever
teachers
had an
definitely
issue with
make more.
your daughter's teacher?
You say what?
You ever had an issue with your daughter's teachers?
No, I don't have. I had an issue with their teachers. Really, anyone. Um,
We
any-
like parents like you, cause baby, the way I be like, leave me alone and let me tend to my damn students, because you don't really know what's going on here. I don't
yeah,
mind answering questions. In all honesty, I don't mind it because I know that parents are like, well, I want to know what's going on, but there's a lot of parents who um they are just overboard. Like, you believe in your kid, you not believing me at all, you attacking me and my character, and like it's really not it's really not worth it. Like, I mean, it sucks because I love my kids. And I know my kids need a positive role model, but baby, the way my life is set up right now, it's not me. I still be a positive role model to kids that I come in contact with, but it's not me. I can't do it.
yeah, look,
I can't do it because of admin, primarily admin and the parents, um not because of my kids.
yeah,
I can understand why kids don't listen. Now these adults that I work with, I'd be like, yo,
yeah. Now I couldn't work with the school board. I couldn't. Look, it takes a special person to do it. It's
mhm.
just it's a lot.
What do you like the most about trucking?
The freedom. Um, for me, I use it more as a getaway.
Mhm.
No matter really how much I go through in life, I've been through a lot. I can just get in the truck, go on the road, and just blank out everything. I don't have to answer the phone. I can just look at the sights, scenery, and it's brought me places I never thought I'd see or that I even knew about. So it
Are
was.
you over the road or are you local?
Well, I do regional now, but
Oh,
I've
okay.
I've done it all. So far I've been to 47 states, and I
Oh
think
shit.
I'm at
Damn.
1.1 million miles.
Damn.
Yeah,
You a G because listen, baby, the way I can't do it. I don't. You get me driving to fucking Cincinnati. I'm over here like, okay. And then I got ADD. Oh,
yeah.
no, I cannot. I'm tired. Now I could be a passenger. Like, I've always wanted to ride with somebody. Like, okay, I can go back there and go to sleep when I want to. Bet you keep
That's
going. I'm gonna go
that's
back
the
here
beauty of it. I'm
and
not
go to sleep.
going.
But I never wanted to actually drive. I love though being up high. I love being big.
Oh yeah, you different. It's
It
definitely a different viewpoint because you see everything.
is.
Like
You do. What's your favorite view that you've seen over the road?
the mountains.
Where? Do you have specific mountains?
On the west side, I would say around Salt Lake City area. If you
Okay.
look on my matter of fact on TikTok, I did a video. It was in I think Truckee, California earlier this year. It
Okay.
was it was snow, man. It was just it's beautiful, you know.
Have you ever had an accident? Is it taboo to talk about accident?
No,
Oh,
yeah, I actually I got
what's
hit
up, y'all? Make sure y'all say hi in the
like
comments so we know you're here.
I got hit like what twice total, but I've actually turned the truck over back in 2019.
Every time I see a truck turned over, I'm like, oh my God, are they okay?
Yeah,
You scared?
it happened so fast. It was
You
it.
was just like, oh,
Yeah,
heavy
and
up.
crazy part was I wasn't at fault. But it happened literally making a turn, and before I can process what happened, all I know I'm just sitting on the side and I'm just like, what's going on? And just had people coming out from everywhere. Crazy part is it happened at a like an emergency care.
Mm-hmm.
It happened right in front of them. So I had like 50 nurses come out. Before the nurses all came out, I had people that was behind me. They pulled me out the truck and I just sat back and just looked at it.
I'm glad you were okay. Like you didn't have nothing broken, nothing was. You were
Uh,
okay. Okay.
just bruises. That's
Oh,
it.
Wani said. I mean, JD said. One of her drivers just destroyed her agent's trailer going up to Syracuse because of the snow. And she's glad you're good though.
Oh yeah, that
Those accidents are no joke.
yeah
That is
up that way
crazy.
is definitely different. I'm gonna say that.
Okay, so I need you to explain something to me that I've never known.
Okay.
You know the runaway things?
Mm-hmm.
That's for if your brakes go out?
Yeah. So basically, some people don't know how to drive in the mountains. It's really mostly inexperience. But
Mm-hmm.
basically, if you cannot stop, your best bet is to hit the runaway ramp because it's gonna basically stop your truck trailer. It don't matter how heavy it is because it's basically like a sand pit.
Oh. How
Yeah.
far
So
up do the trucks go?
you say, well,
How far up do the trucks go?
if they make it to the end of it, that'll be shocking. But the runaway ramp, it might make it halfway.
Oh, okay. That would
Yeah.
be so scary. Oh my gosh. That would be so scary.
Yeah.
I'm not. Ah, I'd be so scared. Do you guys have to practice doing that? Like hitting the ramp?
You don't want to hit the ramp.
You don't.
That's you don't that's a scary thing.
Mm.
The thing about it is you're supposed to get trained normally. I'm gonna say that
Yeah.
normally. You get trained so you don't normally get sent straight out by yourself. You normally with a trainer for depends on the company. I'm gonna say that.
Hmm.
Anywhere from 3 weeks to 3 months. You
Hmm.
gotta ride with the trainer so y'all going everywhere together. They trying to teach you how to navigate through mountains, rain, and different things like that.
Hmm. What's some of the what's some of the struggles being out there by yourself on the road?
Uh, Mental health for one, physical health, and just overall, um, it starts taking a toll on your body.
How?
Man, being in that driver's seat for up to 11 hours a day, because we have a 70-hour clock, so
Hmm.
you got 70 hours. So think about it. You're riding half the time. Most people, we got to stop within 8 hours and take a 30-minute break. But in a 24-hour period, even if you're in the seat 10 hours a day, after a while, man, you're going to get back pain, leg pain. If you don't
Hmm.
exercise, if you don't get out the truck and stay active, that's why you see some of them, they get so big and they look like they could barely walk. It's because they don't take care of themselves.
Right, right. What's the mental health struggles? And do these struggles apply to only men, or do these apply to female truck drivers as well?
It's any of them, men, women. There's really no gender when you look at it because okay, most people when they're start driving, they don't really even know how to be away from their family, let
Hmm.
alone being the way I try to explain it to people. It's like being in a jail cell, a rolling jail cell.
Hmm.
You're in an 8 by 10 majority of the time. You get out to check in with the shipper, check in with the receiver. You get to the gas station, stuff like that. But throughout the course of the day, when you're driving, you can look around. There's nothing but everything right here. When you're
Hmm.
done with your shift, you might get out to get something to eat, go shower, but then you got to get back in there to go to sleep because you got to drive. It's just like
Hmm.
after a while, being there by yourself, no matter how many people you talk to on the phone, no matter any of that, it just start getting to you because you might be from, let's say, Florida. You all the way in Maine, then you're gonna go from Maine to California. By the time all the time add up, it's like day and day and day. You just gonna start looking at it like, what's this for? Like, no matter you might have goals and you be like, you know what, I'm trying to do this for a purpose, but it's gonna mess with you. Mainly if you have kids.
Hmm.
You every day you're gonna miss your kids. You're gonna miss being home.
Right.
And no matter even after you get years experience, it's still gonna get to you. That's why you see a lot of people they transition from over the road to regional.
Right.
Or some people they do local where they home
Yeah.
every night, but they work a little harder.
Yeah.
So
Um, do you think TikTok has helped truck drivers with that connection?
from my experience, I'll say yes. Because being in there sometime like you talk to the same people you talk to every day, some people don't understand, but
Right.
the truck drivers I've connected with and I've talked to, we are all literally be in the truck at the same time and, laughing, joking, playing, even if it's, on TikTok or whatever.
Hmm.
And it's just like everybody having fun. And they was like, some people at the end of it, they be like, I really appreciate it because, man, it's been hard because we don't know anyone's situation. And some
Hmm.
people, they dealing with a lot that they don't speak about. But
Right.
sometimes just that momentary, that laughter, the joke, just getting your mind off of what you're going through, it helps out.
Yeah. I
So,
know it'll be some conversations you'll be sitting in on. So if y'all don't know, Joker is on TikTok. That is where I met Joker. And just what yesterday, I was like, Joker, you want to be on the podcast? Just because. I didn't really have a topic. I don't want to force. Hey, Christy. If I do not know your real name, please um put your TikTok name in the comments because I send this out to a lot of people. Um, is that my TJ? Who's a social worker? But I do know Joker from TikTok. I just hit her up and I was like, I mean, hit him up and I was like, you want to be on the podcast? Okay, cool, let's do it. I don't want to force the um, I don't want to force the topic because we were just doing addiction. So we were just doing addiction, but this is a very sensitive topic and it's hard to get people on. So we might pick that up another time. But I was like, Joker, why don't you come on? Why don't you come on? And Joker, I don't mean nothing bad if I say she on accident. I just talked to so many women. I talked to so many more women
hey,
than I
look,
do
you,
men.
hey,
I'd
look,
be
I
like,
have four sisters. I'm the only boy.
oh, okay,
Heard it all my
great. So
life.
you're girl all the time. So they be like, girl, listen.
Yes.
And you got
Hey,
four
look,
girls.
my sisters is quick with it.
Damn.
And
You
then
are
they hear the
surrounded by
everything. They be like,
women.
I forgot. I don't care, man. Like,
Yeah. So Wani was just I mean, JD was just agreeing with you
mhm.
about the her drivers mentioned the same thing
Yeah.
that you experienced. What's up, Tej? How are you? Hi, Christy. How are you? Um, being that you have this many women in your life, do you think that taught you? Well, I don't know a lot about you, so we're gonna take a step back. Are you in a relationship?
Yeah.
What's your status?
Oh, we're engaged.
You're engaged. Okay, bet. How long have y'all been together?
Oh, 6 years.
Damn. What took you so long to get engaged?
When I met her, I was in the middle of a divorce, so
Okay.
I wanted to just really take my time because it was a lot. Of course, being young, got married at 18, 18, 19,
Yeah.
and it
Damn,
was
you got married and started to, trucking
yeah.
and had a daughter
Well, yeah, that's my oldest daughter. That's
all within a couple years. All
mm,
within that time frame.
yeah,
That's a lot.
yeah.
Damn, that's a lot. Okay, so you're engaged. 6 years later, y'all still rocking. Do you think your relationship with your parents, I mean not parents, your siblings
Mhm.
helped teach you how to treat women and what women look for?
Oh, in some ways, yes, but not so much because the way we were raised, it was we were kind of separated at certain parts of time. So
Mhm.
I was basically by myself. So
Oh,
bless you.
shoot. What do you ooh, my allergies be tearing me up, yo. What do you think is one of the most what do you think is one of the most important things when it comes to um how a man treats women in his life?
Um, that's actually the hard part. Because they always say a man supposed to treat a woman like he do his mother, but if you didn't really have I'm gonna say a great model or a great figure to really learn, is a learning process.
Mhm.
So the biggest thing I try to do is just do the best I can. You know,
Right.
got to think about a lot of things. I'm not. None of us will be perfect. We all mess up. We all make mistakes, but don't treat somebody how you wouldn't want to be treated.
Mhm.
It don't matter. Man, woman. You try to treat them how you want to be treated.
I heard it said like it was a woman saying this about another woman that if this woman doesn't have a relationship with her mother, then they can't date her. And I was like, wow, that's insane. I think that's one hell of a logic. Like, do you know any men that think like that? Like, oh, if you don't have a relationship with your mom, I can't date you.
No, hey, look, that's a new
Because I
one.
mean, how do you dictate that at our big grown age and shit that we've been through? I just blocked my mom like 3 years ago. I mean, now she's unblocked now. We trying to work
Look,
on it, but
I
I
can't.
just had her ass blocked. Okay, on everything. She could not contact me.
Mine is
Okay.
blocked now.
Oh shit.
We don't have a relationship, so
You have a relationship with your father?
he passed away when I was 17.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Oh yeah, man, it's cool.
I mean, I know it's like years and years later, but still, that was your father.
Oh yeah.
Um, yeah, I think that was an insane logic to say because you really just like diminished all the work this woman may have done on herself without her mother.
Yeah.
Um, I just don't understand where they got that logic. I don't, I don't get it. I would never say that.
Most people they don't really look at I'm gonna say the mental aspect to it or they don't look past themselves
Mhm.
because you don't know what that person been through, and if they didn't fully open up, you're not gonna know.
Right. I
And
know
that's
it's important. Oh, go ahead. My bad.
oh no, I was just saying that's the biggest problem I can say because uh,
I know it's important sometimes for some people that their partner has to have strong like family bonds. I think I think more and more as we get educated, I guess, and stand on our own values as we get older, I think those things are starting to diminish. Like what I love to, and I said this earlier, I would love to be a part of a family that gets dressed up like they all look nice, like not like super fancy, but like they all look nice
yeah,
for Thanksgiving. Or maybe they did matching colors. I don't know. Maybe they have like my homegirl Desiree on TikTok, her family has so much fun. Like they do hella different games. Um, they spend like the whole day together. I absolutely, absolutely, absolutely adore seeing their TikToks. Um, and I would love to be a part of something like that, but I don't have that in my life. I'm very grateful for what I have, but it would definitely be ideal if I could like marry into something like that, but it's not a requirement. And I think to make that a requirement, you might miss your person.
oh yeah. Now see, you don't have to. It don't have to be a requirement, but you can make it. You know, the family you build that could be something you'd be like, hey, down the line, this is kind of what I want, or this is
Mhm.
yeah, but yeah, nah, that's the biggest thing.
Did you start any traditions with your girl and your fiance?
Um, besides like Christmas, and I just try to make sure everybody's happy. Not really much. Like me and the girls, uh, biggest thing is with us, we go to church, and my three older girls, they actually are gonna start singing in the church choir soon, and that's something that they look forward to. So I was like, hey, make sure that's what we do.
Man, I've been singing in the choir. I used to be in the choir. Boy, them three parts, them old school choirs, when you have them three parts, oh, the best.
And
The absolute best. The absolute best. Question:
yeah,
would you go on a show like Love Is Blind?
no,
Why?
I seen it. Like I can't do that. Like they be like, everybody always be like, oh, looks don't matter. No, it does. But the thing is, I can't be where I don't see the person, like, and all that multiple people, and I don't know. That's just too
So
much.
you didn't date multiple people when you were dating your wife, fiance?
Mm-mm.
You only dated her?
Yeah.
Yo, I feel like that's so rare for a man to say.
No, because so basically, this is what happened when, of course, like I told you, I was in the middle of a divorce. So
Yeah.
when me and her first, I want to say, gets started talking and did whatever. Um, I told her, I sat her down one day and was like, "Hey, I think we need to end this right now because I need to go do whatever I need to do."
Hmm.
So I did that for what 3 to 6 months. Finally got the paperwork signed. Well, the process going because I think up here it took like a year because we had
Hmm.
kids. So finally got that signed and it was like, hey, then we spun back on it and how was that?
What was reasonable for her to expect during that time, during that little like 3 to 6 month
Well, no, she
break?
already knew. She knew what I was doing.
She
It
was
wasn't
like,
it wasn't a
was
secret.
it guaranteed that you were going back to her?
Mm-mm.
Mm.
In her
'Cause you
mind,
definitely take a risk letting somebody go that you really care about. I had thought about like I was at a crossroads last year, different situation, but I was telling her like, "Yo, you need to go to therapy. Like, you really need some help."
And
Um,
yeah.
and I told her in the midst of that, I was like, "You going to therapy? I could lose you, and I don't want to lose you, but I'm for it if it means you grow."
Mhm.
She could have very well lost you, or you lost her. Um,
Oh yeah, like we both were, dealing with other people. That ain't, a secret, but
mhm.
it just didn't. It worked out, I guess. It worked out the way it was supposed to, but like, yeah. See, I didn't start getting therapy until like last year.
Oh,
So
good. Good
yeah,
proud of you. Yay. Because a lot of men and a lot of black men think like, oh, therapy is like not for me. I can't go. I'm gonna be weak. That's not okay. I can't cry. All those
mm,
stereotypical things. A lot of black men think that.
oh,
Um,
I
and
know.
so they don't subscribe to it.
Yeah,
You share about going to therapy on TikTok. I have been to your page like once. I'm sorry. Not sorry. I don't go
no,
to people's
she,
pages.
she actually shared. She's the one that actually pushed me to do it because, like I said, just with the childhood trauma and all
Mhm.
that, she'll see on the days where I was defeated. I was all of it just started being overwhelming. She was just like, "Hey,
Mhm.
you might need to go talk to somebody."
What made
After,
you? Oh, go ahead. I'm sorry.
I was saying just after a while, I finally just decided when I felt like I was at my breaking point that I needed to do something before I do something that was going to affect everybody.
Yeah. Well, I'm proud of you again. What made you feel like she's the one that you want?
Mm, that's a good question. Oh, really? It's just everything was different. Dealing with a lot of different people. It was just different. She wasn't like anybody else because she acts like me, which is another part irritating. But yeah, we both are Tauruses.
I'm telling you, not too much on her.
Oh
I
no,
don't even know, but not too much.
Ayla is great, but we both act almost identical.
Mhm.
We both stubborn at times, bullheaded. Everything that you see about a Taurus, we just. Oh. But after the red towel go down, we be all right. Just can't go too crazy because
I got it. I got it. What would you say helps you guys through conflict?
I have to walk away first.
And she gives you the space for that?
Yeah,
How
because
long? How long do you stay away?
I'll go outside for I don't know, maybe 30 minutes to an hour. Sit on the back porch under the tree, smoke, drink, and just once I feel calm enough, it's normally like say 30 minutes to an hour. It ain't
I
never.
hear some people talk about like days. Like, oh, you can't dictate how long I need. I need to process this. And I'm like, my God, if we're in a relationship and you need to process for fucking days, it's a wrap.
Yeah,
I can't be with you. I can't be
no,
with you because during your processing time, I'm overthinking and I'm stressed the fuck out and you're triggering the hell out of me and I can't do it. Because fuck you need to process for a couple days for.
but
A couple days? I
the
don't
process
know. I
just
can't.
to communicate doesn't take that long. Like I understand, hey, cool your head, and you're gonna be processing even after y'all have the conversation, but to
Yeah,
communicate it, it doesn't take that.
it doesn't. I definitely agree with you. You ready for the question?
Yes, ma'am.
If you Judy
Hold on,
and
it
why?
started freezing. All right, say it again, because it started freezing.
I said if you were a villain, who would you be and why?
The Joker. The why, I don't know. Since I was a kid, I've been fascinated with him because he's not like everybody else. You know, you bother him, he's gonna turn the city up. You don't bother him, just let him do what he gonna do, and he's gonna drive away, and don't bother nobody. That's kind of my personality. I'm gonna say the Heath Ledger version. Some of them other ones I don't agree with. Um, but definitely the Heath Ledger version because that's basically me. Like I would be the nicest, calmest person, and you mess with the wrong person in my circle, the whole city can go up in flames. So, like you mess with one of my kids, I'm gonna go from calm to jail in 2 seconds.
Okay. Wife, you know where the bill money at?
Yeah.
bet, bet.
Look,
Oh,
that's one thing. I'm gonna call her. I'm gonna call my brothers. That's the only call
right.
I'm making. That's it.
So I like I was started to tell you in my group chat, we're all picking a villain, but it's
Mhm.
important to me that the villain's backstory kind of resonates with me. Like I don't really care about the multiple movies because at this point it's been 22 Jokers, 97 Batmans,
Mhm.
14 Wolverines, um, 102 Poison Ivy. I don't know. It's just been it's not more than like 102 Spider-Man, but
Yeah.
so I started looking at the background and I didn't pick Harley Quinn to be like, oh, he's gonna say Joker, I'll say Harley. No. I also didn't pick her because she's popular. I picked her because her background is psychology. And I never knew that. I was like, oh shit.
Mhm.
Like, so her background is psychology. Um, so is mine. I
She
went to
was.
school for
She was in
psychology and
the
I
word.
didn't do shit with it. But also, I feel like her love for the Joker sometimes puts her in very compromising positions. And unfortunately, my love for people has put me in very compromising positions from time to time. So yeah,
Well,
that's probably what resonates with me most about Harley Quinn is that she tends to sacrifice herself for the one she loves, right? I think as females, we do that a lot. I don't know about men though. I can't really. What you think? You think men be sacrificing themselves for the ones they love, like real bad? Like even if the love isn't reciprocal too.
I'm going to say it. First of all, that's a. I'm gonna say a
Loaded
case by
question.
case basis because some people do, some people don't.
Hmm.
But it also depends on what sacrifice they're making because some people make different sacrifices that you may not really realize as sacrifices for that person, and then some people you can tell all out that's what they doing it, but
Right. What does
that's
it mean? What does it mean to you if I say if I don't want to phrase it. What does it mean to you to be the villain in someone's story?
oh shoot, honestly, is the truth sometimes because most people that I was a villain in their story, it was when I was probably one of the worst versions of myself possible.
That's a take I didn't expect to hear, but that's facts. So you feel like when you were the villain in someone's story, more often than not, you actually were
Yeah,
the villain in
yeah,
someone's story.
yeah.
I've I've definitely experienced it a lot different. Me being the villain in someone's story now often relates to someone being threatened by me, um, and having an interaction with me in which they then flip to make it look like I was the bad guy.
Oh
Like
yeah.
I held someone who I thought was a friend accountable for her actions. Next thing I know, she's talking about me on live. She's sharing screenshots of stuff I've said, which wasn't bad. I didn't say anything bad or anything wrong. And I
Yeah.
never talked about anybody else. I only spoke about her to her. Um, and she's in whole group calls with people and just really down like dogging me. And I'm just like, oh, okay. You needed somebody to make you feel like you're justified in your decision and you're not wrong. And so you got all these yes men around you, but nobody's really telling you the real. And because I did and you didn't like it, well, here we are.
I can tell you what that is.
What is it?
Accountability. Some people,
Comfortability and what?
no, accountability. Most people can't take accountability for most of their actions. And I'm not the person to be like, oh, I've had the problems with it too.
Hmm.
That's a part of it. Like, if you can't sit there and honestly, like, with the boys I call my brother, or the men I call my brothers, they don't care how it makes me feel, right, wrong, indifference. They're gonna tell me, and if I'm wrong, they will look me in the face and tell me. Whether I
Hmm.
accept it at that point doesn't matter, but they're gonna tell me.
Hmm.
And when I cool off, hey, I will respect them more for them telling me right, wrong, or whatever, than to just always, oh man, no, you was right, when they knew I was wrong. No, they had called me out in 2 seconds.
I like that. And I like that because I hear a lot of times men not holding other men accountable for their actions. Because whatever, I don't fucking know the reasons, but they don't hold them accountable for that. They feel like it's not their place or their business to get in the middle of that. But I really am the damn, I'm not your friend if I don't say this to you
Yeah,
person. Um, so I like that. Have you ever had to call somebody out on cheating?
yeah,
How'd that go? Y'all still friends?
mhm,
Was
yeah,
that a yes?
yeah.
Oh, okay.
They
I'm
were,
like, you
they
funny.
were mad, but it's just, hey, honestly, it was
Have you
both
ever
ways.
had to speak to the spouse of someone who was cheating first? Like, did the woman ever come to you and be like, "Hey, Joker"?
Uh-uh.
No, that's good. Cause don't put me in a position to lie.
That I was about to say, no, I can't do that one. No,
Don't. I
it's
don't
not
want. I
because
don't wanna know.
I just feel like, hey, certain things it's really not my place. I can
Mhm.
tell you about it, but because I don't know her mindset and I really don't know her to certain extents, like with other people, women, I don't look, I know the few minutes I see her, I don't know what she's capable of. I might sit there and tell her and she go blow your head off or anything. I'm not trying to no. I don't want to get in the middle of that one. I correct him, but I'm not her friend.
Well, thank you. Thank you for stepping up and saying something. Sometimes it's hard. It's a hard decision to make because you don't know if you're gonna lose that friend, and nobody wants to lose a friend. But in the name of I feel what's right, you might just have to.
This is the thing. They did the same. I've had the same thing done to me. They've
Mhm.
corrected me. I correct them.
Mhm.
We don't lose no love off of it. Even if we mad at the time, hey, after a few days, we sit down and that's it.
Mhm.
It's just
I
like I
love
say,
it.
I have a small circle of people I truly call, like my brothers. So we don't really take it to heart, or we wouldn't get mad at each other over something like that. Yeah,
Mhm.
that's I don't know. Like I said, that should be common sense, but everybody's not the same.
Nah, I definitely agree. Definitely agree. Um, I want to go back real quick because we're almost at our hour mark.
Hmm.
And it doesn't feel like it. I want to go back to the mental health on the truck. What are
Yeah.
some tips and tricks for people who might be truck drivers, and might be on the road to help with their mental health?
I know some people might hate this that owns the company, but get off the road. I would tell anybody to do regional, and that's the first steps. Then secondly, don't try to run your max day. Get out the truck, get out and walk. If you like sitting in the mountains, go park at the rest area. Hey, look, just get out the truck. Walk around,
Mhm.
take care of yourself because I've I've known too many people, that wind up dying in the trucks, or because they weren't taking care of themselves, they wind up getting health problems. And take care of yourself first.
And
Even if
leave the lot lizards alone.
man, look, here y'all go with this. All right.
I forgot I had to bring it up. I forgot to bring it up earlier, Malik. Don't fuck with the lot
I
lizards.
knew you. Look, I knew
Is
you
there
was
a
gonna do
lot?
it,
Are there a
but
lot of lot lizards?
not as many as they used to. Now, now they got what they call them, escorts. So they don't have the lizards no more. Now they just make a.
That's not new. Escort isn't a new thing. Lot lizard was very new to me. Is that not a new? That's an old term.
That's old.
Damn, no more lot lizards, y'all. Y'all gotta go inside to Wendy's and McDonald's to pick them up.
Oh no, they still got them.
Oh, never mind. They outside still.
Hey,
We
look, you
outside
just
tonight.
it's just in certain places because cops don't play in a lot of these places no more. You can't just be walking around. That's why, sadly, some of the women truck drivers that look good, because I've seen women get out the truck with heels on and stuff. They'll go walk across the parking lot. Yes, I know it's crazy. They'll go
You
walk across
driving
the
an
parking
18
lot.
wheeler and Simon and heels?
Yeah, seen it. Like that's why I said they may not drive in them, but when they get out, they they looking good. I ain't gonna. They look top to bottom. They look good. They walk across the parking lot. They getting harassed. Police ask them, "Oh, what you doing here?" And they drive. It kind
Mhm.
of put a bad stigma on women looking good or whatever when they don't realize nowadays they have just about as many women as men driving, and that's
I know a few studs that drive.
shit. One of my brothers, his wife been driving since '99.
Oh well damn.
Yeah, that's why
She
I
could
say
teach
like,
us all a little something.
hey, look, I had to call her multiple times. Hey, how I do this? Hey, she ain't mine.
Oh wait.
Oh, I call her quick. Hey, look, like one day I was tired. I was somewhere in the mountains. I was tired, and my
Mhm.
brain just won't work. And I was like, the weight is this. I'm trying to adjust the weight, man. What I need to do? She told me what to do. I went and got on the scale. It was right. I was like, thank you. She told me go to sleep after that. She was like, just go to sleep. Yeah, I know. No, my brain just it won't working.
Mhm. So you
Won't work.
said get off the road.
Yeah.
Get off
Take care
because
of yourself.
that road life not for everybody.
Yeah. Take care of
And
yourself first.
get out the motherfucking truck.
Yeah.
Go see some scenery, experience some things.
Yeah.
No lot lizards or escorts.
Had to.
They
Yeah.
have toys for that, guys. They have toys for that.
Not the toys. But outside of that, learn how to take your vacations, take your time with your family, and
Yeah.
everything you work for, you need to spend time with it. It don't matter if your car, your bike, your family, your kids
Mhm.
work. I don't know how many hours you could be out there for weeks. Don't let them tell you, oh, you only could be home for 3, 4 days. Mm-mm. Man, take your time. Cause
Because they don't care. They
no, they
don't
don't.
care. They
Cause this
don't.
is the thing, I missed out a lot. In the early stages of my kids, some of my kids walking,
Mhm.
you know, some of their I feel like key moments, walking, doing certain stuff. I missed out because I'm on the road. I was
Mm-hmm.
on. I think the longest I've been out was like 3.5 months, and I came back and it was like, man, the kids getting bigger. It's like they doing so much different stuff, and I just was like, man, all of it really didn't amount to anything for me. It was like, what did I do it for? Because I was missing everything, Because being on the video, it ain't the same. I don't care what nobody says. It's not the same.
Yeah,
Even though I was video chatting every day, and I seen the moments on the phone, but it's not the same.
it's not. It's absolutely not. I get it. I get it.
Yeah.
Any other final thoughts from anything we talked about today?
Um, if anybody decides to drive, just have the right plan before you go in it. Even if it's a mile, it's like a stepping stone just to get somewhere else. Know what you're doing. Take care of yourself, regardless on anything. Spend time with your family and enjoy your life because we only live once. So
Mhm.
don't kill yourself working.
No, for real. That's
Yeah.
real. And that goes for any job, honestly. You gotta make
Yeah.
sure that you take time for yourself, take time to take care of yourself. Um if Jay was still on, she would do her lovely announcement. But since she's no longer on the podcast, I'll do it for her. Um, during this holiday season, please know that you are not alone. If you come across this and you feel alone, please know that you are not alone. Things might be hard right now, but reach out. Reach out to someone if you are feeling alone. Find any community resources, um, or even if you need to, and heaven forbid you do uh, need to, um, call the suicide hotline. Holiday season is very hard for a lot of people. Um, so just make sure you are taking care of yourself, um, and the needs you may have internally and externally. Um, so yeah, Joker, I thank you for your
Oh,
time.
it's no problem.
I appreciate the conversation. I appreciate the conversation. And we'll definitely have you back. Maybe I'll have men's mental health. I don't think is until like June or July. So maybe I'll do something for the men earlier than that
Yeah, but
because
yeah,
that's a long time to wait. Because we did have a couple years back, we had a whole mental health month. Um, we had a whole mental health month um, for the men.
yeah,
And it was great. I absolutely loved it. I love the conversation. Which is part of why I changed the name of the podcast, honestly. The podcast used to be Pretty and Petty. Imagine asking men to come on to Pretty and Petty. Was you pretty or was you petty? Because you
petty.
can be both. You can be both.
I'm going petty first.
You
I'm pretty. I'm handsome. Um,
handsome, whatever that means, huh?
right.
Yeah, but nah. So I really wanted to expand my guest list. So that's what we're gonna be working on. It is the day before Thanksgiving, y'all. Um, we are about to get out of here. Do whatever we need to prep to be with our families. I thank you all for watching. We'll be back next Wednesday with another episode of Raw Goodness, where we talk about all things life, real and uncut. That's it for now. Peace out, y'all. Have a great Thanksgiving.